G'day mate. Now firstly, I've tried today, it hasn't worked, doesn't work the way I thought it would. I mucked around with the G466 and I put straight petrol down the motor to flush out any assembling oil. So I cleaned it out, compressed air, put petrol back in the machine, 2-stroke petrol, and pulled it over like normal to try and start, but the compressor on this thing is way too high, I just can't do it. So I've ordered a new base gas of this, that should be in a couple of days, but the compression, look, it's just silly, you can't do it. It seems to fire too advanced, so I haven't touched the timing, and it bites and wants to put our make them. So I've hurt my shoulder a bit, but I'll get this going very soon. So I've cleaned it up, so normally they smoke quite a lot because I put quite a lot of 2-stroke oil in the motors, because when you first start a brand new motor, you got metal on metal and I want to lubricate it up, so that's why I do it. Cause a bit of smoke, but better be lubricated up than running dry. But she's still too much compression, so I couldn't do it. So now I'm working on the G MS 290, which has got high compression too. That's a standard motor, so that's quite interesting little motor. It's got quite a big carby, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's a decent sized motor, so I'm working on that. Have a look inside this thing. But today, while no one's in the house, because the kids are doing other stuff, I work on orange. It's got a 45.2 mil ball, the same as the red nut. So I work out the squishes, make sure it's got it's down to where it should be, about 20,000, 25,000, something like that, and bring the compression up a bit. So I'm gonna work on that and try and get it up to where it's a bit more better than what it is. It goes pretty good, but I think I'll get more out of this. So the MS or G466, it's on the back burner for a minute, so I know what I'm gonna do with that. I got to talk to the guy and what was actually wrong with this original motor, because I can't see nothing wrong with the piston. It seems to be clean, there's no marks, no scratches. So I'm not sure why he wants me to put a new motor in that store, unless it's a big bore cylinder. It might be, I might not know, I don't know. So send me a text, Aaron, I want to know what's going on. But yeah, I'll do orange tonight, and I'll contact Aaron and see what he wants to do with this thing. He wants me to do a muffler mod, which I'll make it so it's doesn't stick out. I'll make it so it looks like a normal saw, but it's deciding a bit hard. So I'll make it so the exhaust gets out a lot better. So that's, where is it? That one. That's where it normally sits like that. So I'm going to open that part there up, open the exhaust ports here up, and just make it so it can exhaust itself a lot quicker and let the fumes out. But not be a hell of a lot more noisy, but just like open it up in a 30%, so just to get it out and still be like a undercover wolf in sheep's clothing type thing. So she still looks normal, but yeah, I'll get it to run well, but it's not going to be a stupid build, it'll be a good work build. So something here be reliable for him. But yeah, I'm going to work on the orange today, work out the squish, take it back a bit, and go from there. Alright, get some work done. So let's see what the squish is in orange. I'll do it the old way with the big controller and see if she goes. What do I do this? See what the piston's doing. Going back up there. Push her along. Now I went to my hardware shop today and spent some of my Christmas vouchers. I bought some new solar, so I can't be spending over. So I'm gonna have to do it the other way. So I bought some new solar. It's a lot thin stuff, so I'll use that and see what she looks like. But I will spin this one off the way I normally do it. See what it looks like, and I'll do it, compare that solar to the new solar. See what they look like, difference wise, because there will be a difference in squish. So I'll pull this all off. It'll be accurate. Do the same things, same way every time. So you don't have mistakes. You copy what you do, you should be right. You start changing things halfway through, it changes your results. So I use the tool, spin it around. in the back wall there. And make sure it's in the wall and not going out the exhaust port. And that before. Not that hard at all. So, that's easy. Wow, not much at all. So, what you got? Okay, so I'll measure that. Imperial. At 36. 32, something like that. So I can easily take 10th hour off. This one here, the squish is like last 2 or 3 mils of the actual cylinder. So that's any part of the cylinder where the piston comes up, then it goes a big curve. So totally different combustion area. It's a big combustion area. So I'll say 36. So I can take at least 15 off for one. That'd be 20. So yeah, that's interesting. So I thought it'd be more than that, but I'll get the new solder out. Of course, you know, child-proof crap on it. I'll use tin snips. Tin snips to cut it open. Okay, got this. So it's a real thin solder. Should get a better result. That's the theory of it. Didn't want to do this for a while. I was quite surprised. There's some solder there. I paid $11.50, something like this. This size. There's one there for $24, same thing, but different brand name. I couldn't get over it. Look here. I don't know why. So I've got, didn't say how much, how long it is. 1.6 meters, not very long at all. So, a little bit of this. C tape. Might double it over, twist a bit, and see what it squishes up like. If there is a way of measuring differently. You gotta make sure it doesn't go out the exhaust. I done that with a bungee cord once, and I didn't realise it went out the exhaust. I started smoke pouring out the hockey strap. So I could hold the piston still. I'm doing something, and yeah, smoke started too. So, not much of that. No, hardly anything at all. So, okay, that's it. What we got? Just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. So going by that, we're at 42. So I can take 20 off that, easy. Okay, so there's 40. As you guys can see, 40. That's weird. So the small stuff gives me a more accurate view. So I'll pull the cylinder off, I'll laver up, take a nibble off the bum, and put it back on. So she goes, but that will up the compression big time on this. This always went well, but it just didn't have the oomph that it should. Same as Red Nut. But yeah, it will now if I do this. So I'll pull this off and we'll try this out. This one's got a different muffler. This one has a muffler where the exhaust comes out, hits the cylinder, bounces back, and has to go through the pipe out here. So, but it really works really well in this one. I don't know why, but it does really well. I'll pull this off cylinder off and we'll laver up. A little report. We called this part because I like doing a bit. Taking the cylinder off. Always interesting. Which is very much like a 372 pull apart. Easy. There you go. There you go. Good cylinder seal. Get rid of the bolts. So now you can see, I'll show you. I'll bring you right in. The cylinder has got quite a big combustion area. It's your torch, I think. You guys can see. why I'm going to do the compression change. So inside that, there's a ring on the very edge, right where the corner there. There's a lip. That's where the squish happens. So I could go more and actually take that part off the piston, but then cause the lip for the transfers to open up and hit the lip on the piston, so it's not good either. But you can see that combustion area is a very large one compared to the red nut. So I'm going to do a difference on that squish just to get some compression up there just a bit more, and hopefully that will help the motor get up and go. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys that. But very similar to a 372, the way it goes apart and all that. What's that red stuff there? Not sure what's going on there, that red. No, it's not leaking. Must be with dirt when I put it together. It's weird. But yeah, I'll take a bit off that, 20th off the thing, I suppose, 20th off that base, and that'll up the compression. So, yeah, we'll do that and see how she goes. There's no problems with the, oh, wow. What's caused that? That's the intake. I did not see that. What caused that? Hell. I did not know that was going on. The exhaust is fine. But the intake, what's going on in the intake? Oh, I've got a dead motor. I did not know that. Something's going on. That's really weird. Did not know that, guys. Let's look at the back of that piston. Why the hell's it done that? High revs, maybe. It's weird. Stuck something through there, a bit of metal or something. Something's let go. I did not know that. So I won't be doing this after all. Nothing wrong with the exhaust side. The exhaust is fine. It's smooth. It sucked up something through the intake. I have not seen that. Wow. And they're quite deep too. I'll save maybe the clips come off. No, clips on the side. And the clips on the side. Oh, I see the clip there. What is this side? Well, I think the clip's there. Oh yeah, the clip's there. But what the hell has gone through that motor and done that? That is really peculiar. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll still will do the squish change. I haven't got another piston, but it was going fine the way it was, so I might as well put it back together and just try. I know the motor's no good, but the exhaust side is the most important side, but I did not know that was happening, so I'll run some sandpaper over that. It's all that testing, trial and error and stuff like that, but I didn't know why I was doing that. It had 2-stroke petrol in the motor, so it'd be the exhaust would be routed first if that was the case, if it was just straight petrol. But see, something's going on with that. No, don't know why. Seems to be where the end's going through here, the bottom of the cylinder. Not sure. Because it's not the first time I've been in this thing, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'll sand that back a little bit if I can. I'll swap the ring over, top ring with the bottom ring, vice versa. But yeah, I'll still do adjust the squish and see how it goes. Anyway, guys, I'll take anything off that and I'll get back to you. Stop button. Well, I should show you the way I've come up with it. Even if you don't have the right tools, you can sometimes get away with it if you think outside the square you're in. So I've laid up this mandrel. Let's do the stop button. Laid the mandrel up so I can take a 45mm cylinder, which is what the 52cc cylinder is. But the 58, which is actually 54, I think it is 45.2. So it's a little bit loose, but it's all right, because by the time you squish any of your lathe up against this to make it sit, it's all right. So I've got to be very careful when you do this, because you're lathing back that portion of the lathe to cut your squish. So squish band here. Sorry about the light, guys. But you put your dial indicator here, magnetise the dial indicator. Put it here, you can measure up what you want. I would say I want 20 thou. You zero it at 20, and you once the needle moves around to what you want, you know what it is. But to be careful when you're using things like this. If your hands are here and this thing's spinning, you don't want to get your fingers stuck between the two, so it's difficult to work it out. So I got my cutter out as far as I can. I'm going to buy a longer cutter so I can pull this weight back like that, give me more clearance so it's safer for myself, and I can lay this forward that way. And that will cut back into the band, so you can measure everything. Otherwise, I want a 90-degree cut. So once I realise where I want to be, so I'll back it back out a bit. So I'm there. You want into where you want to start doing your cut, like there, and you can measure out exactly how far you're going and know where you are at all times. You don't have to have this on a funny angle. It's 90 degrees. I've told this, but this part here is 90 degrees. So you go onto that parallel at 90 degrees. That's how I worked out how to get the squish just what I wanted. So it works out all good. So I can slide this into where I want it to go like that. Lock her off. The handle here. Wind her up and lock it back like that. So one in. She's all lubricated up. I've got this thing out of someone's backyard basically. So I locked that up so it can't move. It's spin with that. I've got a 1/2 horsepower electric motor down there. It's only just big enough. If I'm not careful, I'll blow the fuse when I start her up. So it's all, band-aids and stick tape make it work. But that's how I got the squish to happen. So I'm happy it works, and I'm still going to muck around with it. But I've got a couple of these now. So I'm going to make 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, and 58. And I'll work down small size stuff too. So I've always got a manual to see what I want to do as I'm doing it. Now I'll get this done. So I'll show you how it turned out. Nice and clean. Nice and parallel to where the marks are. Square to the border, square to the cylinder bore, I should say. So it should seal up good. So I'm gonna get the dome wheel and go around that intake and make sure she's right. Just lumps and bumps. I don't know what caused that to happen. I'll go back over that, chamfer it so she'll be right. And I've taken about 23 thou off. So a bit of 0.06 mil, so just over 1/2 mil. So I'll put that on the cylinder in a minute, and we'll see if she's squished with the solder. We'll get that done. Now the beautiful thing about these cheap Chinese-made saws, it's we know they've got terrible air filter, so that side of the piston is always pot hole and worn out from the bad air filter. But I don't know what caused that. Something to do with the intake or whatever. I'm not sure, but I chamfered the intake, so it probably won't happen no more, but I know it will run, so I'm going to go with that to see if she goes. I can order another piston, but cylinder seems to be alright. Still, just that piston, I'm sure what's going on. But I've laid the piston down, so I've got better squish, I hope. I've cleaned it all up. I sandpapered this part with 600 grit sandpaper, just on the thing, and blew it out with brake clean. Yes, mate, cleaned it up. I cleaned up the rings with some sandpaper, just in case. Try and make sure she's right. So I'll put it together, and we'll see what the squish is. No rings on it yet. Just have a look. We'll see. So I'll get the cylinder one back on first. Just quickly nip these up on number 1. So she's on. Don't go too berserk. We're done by hand normally. I do know you can wear them out. I have worn them out, so I'm quite aware of that. Now, that moves freely. Haven't bottomed it out, okay, so there's no rings though. Just checking out squish down the road. So what's the end of that? Shove that in there. See what she does. Piston's going up. What you stop there. Yep. Alright, now we're going to squish that. See what it does. Get spinning up. My table's doing me head, I'll tell you. I didn't say if I don't know if I tell you that. I've got a new cable for my what do you call it? Dremel tool. So my wire's almost broken and mine vibrates. There you go, she a lot more tight this time. A lot more tight. What this is gonna be like. So these little motors can go and go and go, they don't blow up. They're just hard to workers. They're crap, no power, but it's fun. Hard to kill. I've seen them seized up, scratched the buggery, still give me going again. So I'll pull back out. Right, she squished quite a bit. What have we got? We go Imperial. I thought 26 there. That's alright. I can handle that. Yeah, 26. So that's good. I'm happy with that. Pretty well wanted. I wanted 20, but still learning this, guys. So I could go more if I want to. By the time I put glue and stuff on that, it's better than what it was. I just want to see. It's the same as Red Nut, really. So I'll check them both out. So they go. If I'm happy with that, I'll buy a new cylinder and whatever. This cylinder, the 4 transfers, you can buy this one. It's the one they sell now. The other on Red Nut, I can't find that no more. It's an old type, which I prefer, but yeah, it's what you can do. Alright, so I'll put this back together and we'll see if she ends up with what squish after I glue it and all that. Okay, so I just put the cylinder head back on, tighten it up by hand. Nice and tight, not crazy tight. You make sure you do a good one for to it. Don't come loose. You might be thinking, why I show this? To show you what can actually happen. Nothing in the chainsaw world is 100%. Things go wrong and you can't get past it. That's a learning curve. So if you learn from what's going on, that's all that matters really. So I know there's crap cylinders, but yeah, they're cheap. Make mistakes on this, don't make mistakes on the proper steel or fast stuff. It's too high for that, it costs too much. Feeding these be pretty cheap. So I'll get a new piece of solder. I'll just cut the front part off. Bend that down. Shove that in there and see what happens now. Turn to it, push on. There you go. Push it going flat. We'll go that way. Right, so she comes up, hits, touch, clunk. Right now I'll use my spinner. I'll roll onto the solder. Squish her out. Yep, she's squishing. It's the thinner solder is so much easier than the big stuff. Beautiful. Alright. So what do we get? What do we get, boss? What do we get? Oh, you get stuck in there, you little thing. Okay. Anyway, I'll do it with one piece of solder. Don't like that. Then it's a bit dirty. Do it again. Can't see what's going on. The torch is flat. Always when you want thing. So now get the back wall up, squish it in. Right, spinner, spinutry. She's pretty good. I'm going to clean my tail after this. I want to clean. Drive me nuts. So what's that? It's pretty good. Still noise the cylinder though. So you can see there's a real sharp edge. That's where the edge of the cylinder is. It's the top of the piston's edge is like a little, like a step. But that's the way this machine, really it should machine the top of the squish out of the cylinder itself. But I can't do that yet because I don't have the tools for that yet. I'll see if I can measure that. Real thin. About 25 there, I think. Can't really measure it too easy. Yeah, 25 there exactly. 24, 25. So that's alright. So I'll put it back together. But yeah, it's one of those things. I didn't know about the intake. I'm surprised about that. It was going really well, but it didn't have the power that I thought it should have had. But I thought, well, maybe the transfers needed more direct porting to get more airflow. A few things come to my head about, but I never knew the intake. I mustn't have shared the intake side. So anyway, that's where it goes. So I've machined orange, I've machined red nut, so they're both ready to rock and roll and see how they go against each other. So out of the wood yard soon, but I'll start work on the what they call it, MS290. I'll look at that soon and work out what's going on with that. Alright guys, over and out, thanks for watching. So you guys can see started it up. A lot more snappier. Well, it sounds good. Can't wait to get that back in the water. Alright guys, that's a short one for you. Short one.